Hi. Okay, so I actually just filmed this exact video that I'm about to film, but I feel like I was rambling on a little too much. So let me try to make this a little more concise and not make it like 40 minutes long. Okay, because yeah. So, hello, take two. Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for sharing this digital space with me. There's so many other things you can be doing right now, and you are investing your time and precious energy to sit here with me and hear me out. And my intention with this video and with the vulnerability that I'm gonna bring with this video is to give you a sense of like, yo, you are not alone. Give you a sense of comfort, give you a sense of relatability, because that is one of the biggest things for me, is just like being able to relate to somebody else and their story and their overcomings and shortcomings and successes and losses and life journey has always been so good to my heart and my soul and my spirit. So hopefully I can bring that to you in this video during these times. Because, yo, whoo, it's been a lot, right? It's been a lot. A lot. And I had to leave for a second. Yeah, it's been a lot. And at one point, I really felt like I was losing my mind. And by one point, I mean like even like a few days ago, okay? Straight up. I just feel like life has been coming at me in so many different directions. So much change, so much shifting, so much realization and work, inner work, outer work that needs to be done. And you know, let me just say that we don't need to have it all figured out. All right? We don't. No one does. First of all, no one has it all figured out. And the reason why you know what is best for you is because you are the only person who has had your specific life experience and journey, okay? No one else in this world has experienced the exact same things that you have, has processed your experience the way that you have, all right? That's why you know what is best for you. And so for me, not having this sense of clarity that I feel like I need and want to make the best decisions for myself at a time where I need to be. You know, I've recently have had to face needing to make some life-changing decisions, and some of them I still haven't made because I've really needed solitude. I've really needed to just be alone so I can really think, so I can really not be influenced by any outside energy. Because lately I've been so hyper aware and so sensitive to the energies that are around me that it was kind of taking over. And that's something that I am learning and need to learn, are, you know, these energetic and spiritual boundaries. But yeah, I'll get into that because I'm going through my own spiritual awakening and evolution. And I know that the reason why that's happening is because I'm pivoting into that work. I'm pivoting into focusing on giving and guiding you. And it is incredibly important that I guide myself first and heal myself and be on that path of self-work, especially if I'm going to be guiding others to be delving into their own self-work as well. So because the universe knows that that is the direction that I am headed, it is guiding me to the direction of myself. Okay? But the themes that really, really have been coming up for me this year and recently are grieving, vulnerability, community, friendship, togetherness, sadness, being upset, anger, heartbreak, trauma, loss, releasing. Unlearning. Destruction. Rebirthing. Foundation. Redirection. Pivot. And right now, I just feel like I'm in a state of release, a lot of releasing that I need to do. Releasing of energy that I've taken on that doesn't belong to me. Releasing of insecurities, releasing of built up energy and emotion that I've been carrying for way too long. Being out of the environment that I've been in the past year, in the past few months, even in the last less than 24 hours that I've been alone, I am looking back and realizing that I have not respected my needs, my comfort, my boundaries. I have been prioritizing other people's comfort by not speaking up, by saying that I'll handle it myself because, or I won't say anything, or I'll just be okay with it because I don't want the other person to be triggered, or I don't want to disturb the other person, or I feel like the other person is going to take it this way or that way. But it's like, no. We have to respect ourselves and our emotions and our needs and our boundaries. And sometimes they change, you know? They change as we change, and we're always changing. That's just a part of the human experience. That's a part of the life experience. We have to acknowledge these things, and we have to act on these things, or else we end up with all this pent-up energy, and it causes dysfunction in our bodies, in our minds, in our spirits. And I'm realizing now with this space, even though the space has brought uncertainty, it has been bringing me clarity. And even talking to you now, I'm realizing that I am very grateful to have been shifted out of a lot of things, because change needed to happen. At the start of this year, I lost, literally at the start, January 2nd, get a call from a friend from back home. And as soon as I saw their name pop up on my phone, I knew what the call was about. and I lost one of my closest friends, a friend who was my guide, a friend who was my earth angel. Isaac was a mystical, magical, spiritual experience that I know I will never have in another person. I will never find in another person. And him being gone, selfishly, you know, I'm realizing just how much his loss has impacted me as I go through everything that I'm going through. Without his support and love that he always gave me and people around him, and realizing that I carry a sense of guilt because I knew I had a feeling. I always get a sense of knowing when an ending is coming. And he reached out, you know, a few days prior, and I didn't reply. And that's not the first time that happens to me, where I have this sense of knowing. And for some reason, I don't know. I guess I get afraid and I don't want to accept it. I don't know, I'm still figuring that out. But I definitely don't think I've really grieved that loss. And I don't think I've really noticed just how much not having him in the physical realm. Thankfully, he visits me often in my dreams. The other night actually, I had a conversation with him, and Isaac is doing great. Told me he's exploring a lot of different dimensions, and that definitely sounds like something that he would do. So I'm so grateful, you know. Something that we've told each other is that we're homies in all dimensions. I read back at our old texts, and that's something that really sticks out to me because it definitely feels true, and I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, I have that. You know, I lost my father a decade ago. Don't think I've ever really properly grieved that. And let me just say, grieving doesn't have to have an expiration date. There is no right way to grieve. I think for a while, specifically with my dad's loss, I was trying to figure out, okay, what's the thing that I can do to properly grieve this and get over it and move on. But there are some things in this life where you're probably you might grieve it for the entirety of the lifetime, and maybe even the next lifetime. You know, for all you know, you're grieving something in this lifetime that happened in a previous lifetime. So it's like a lot of these things are coming up for me that I need to work on. Realizing how these experiences have affected me and who I am today, why I am the reason I am today. So it's been like a lot of introspection, a lot of self-analyzing, a lot of self-reflection. In addition to everything that's going on this year and other things that, you know, have been coming up, it's like to go through a spiritual awakening plus the world going through its own spiritual awakening. And again, with awakening comes what? Right? I mean, we're seeing it. And it's been overwhelming. And one of the things that's really helped me is vulnerability. You know, like, you cannot escape the things that you need to work on. All right? Your soul will always be guiding you to your soul's purpose. The only way you're really going to get to your higher self and go through those transformations and ascensions is by confronting truth. Okay? And it's going to come to you one way or another. So you're either going to take action yourself, or the universe is going to bring it to you. And one way that that's happened to me is, for example, asking for help. I have always just journeyed in this life with reason. You know, there's reasons why I am the way that I am and have been the way that I've been, out of survival, out of necessity, out of having to get through whatever I was going through. Doesn't necessarily mean that it was wrong then, because at the time that's what I needed to do. But what worked in the past won't necessarily work for you in the present moment or in the future, right? So it's like I have to unlearn these things. And one thing that I'm currently unlearning is this sense of like, I can do it all myself. I can take care of it all myself. I got this. And I do, okay? I do, okay? I got you, girl. Joss, I got you. But humans, you know, we're a species of community. You know, we're not meant to do this life alone. We're not. We hunt together, we gather together, okay? And I was pushed so far into a position of, okay, I really cannot do this by myself, that I had to ask for help. And I've been receiving the help. And I'm so grateful that I am, because it's helping me learn and feel safe enough to be like, okay, I can ask for help. I deserve help. I don't need to do this all by myself. I have people there that are willing to help. Another thing that I have to unlearn is again respecting and honoring my needs and my boundaries. And the main way that I haven't been doing that is speaking up. Ironically, you know, I do speak up in the form of action, right? But not vocally. And as humans, sometimes we need to communicate vocally and use language to really properly form the change that we are seeking, right? My throat chakra has not been balanced. I have definitely held in too many emotions, and as someone who is a very intense Scorpio with very intense emotions, that's not good to me. It causes dysfunction in the body. I don't know if I said that earlier in this video, but it causes dysfunction, right? Our natural state is a state of flow, right? Our body is made of water. There's a lot, you know, what we see in nature, we see in ourselves. So if you observe nature and how nature is how we should be, because the divinity that created nature created us, right? That's why our body might feel called to cry. That's why our body might be called to voice something, if we just look at it look at our bodily function on its own, right? We release waste on its own, right? We have to poop. Because our body knows that its function is to get rid of waste that's in the body. It is our job to release the waste that is in our minds, right? And what happens when we keep that all in? It can't be good. And it hasn't been for me. It caused me to feel lost. So I'm doing a lot of releasing right now. And it's scary, right? Because we have to confront the things that haven't been working. We have to confront the things that we've been avoiding. We have to confront the things that are going to bring change. And with change sometimes comes uncertainty, and there's already enough uncertainty and change going on in our lives this year that it's like, yes, I have been overwhelmed. And yes, I have needed help. And yes, I've been practicing voicing myself, even if I might sound a little shaky when I say it. But I say it and I'm strengthening my voice, and I am respecting my voice because I've been gifted voice, right? And whoever is receiving that on the other end will respect me and what I have to say because they love me. I want to respect my needs and my boundaries, right? The right people always stay. Okay, I had to step away again because my phone overheated. Yeah, I think I was kind of starting to delve in a little too deep there because I genuinely don't want to take up too much of your time. I already appreciate you sharing this digital space with me and investing your energy into watching this video. But yeah, so my own spiritual awakening, my own, recognizing the things that I need to work on and working on them. So I'm very proud of myself that I'm not running away from the things that need healing and that I need to work on, even in the midst of all the change that is happening in this world and in my world, right? So aside from that, I had to move out of my LA apartment. It felt very abrupt because that just wasn't in my plans, right? But there is a higher plan, right? There's our plans and then there's a higher plan. So it was in the higher plan, and now I'm starting to see why. And I'm very grateful. But, losing that sense of home and structure, right? That instability that comes with that is very triggering for me. So it's like grieving a lot of loss, grieving spaces, grieving ego deaths, grieving actual deaths, grieving past selves, right? There's like this sense of sadness when you're evolving into another version of you, into a higher version of you, because it's like you're saying goodbye to a lot of things that, may have kept you safe and may have kept you secure and comfortable for a while. Now you're shifting into new things that serve the part of you that you're stepping into, right? My grandma is in the hospital. So that, that's another wave that, came over me in the past month. What else? What else? Yeah, I'm just grateful that gratitude is a part of my lifestyle, because gratitude has really been the glue in my life. Having gratitude as the foundation to my day-to-day. If you follow me on Instagram, you see that I share my daily gratitude journaling every single morning. And I'm actually working on a 4-week course where I'm going to be guiding you into integrating gratitude into your own life through journaling, which I'm very excited about. Because gratitude, has really allowed me to see the sense of everything with a sense of purpose, with light. To be able to be grateful in such a time, right, is a gift and a blessing. And so I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for, all this redirection that is happening. Because it really is all happening for the better. I'm very grateful for my spirit guides, for my angels, for my ancestors. I don't go a day without my ears ringing when I have certain thoughts. My dreams have been incredibly vivid. White feathers have been going out of their way to greet me and cross my path. 222-333-555-454-777. A lot of numerology. 911 is my angel number that has been there with me for my whole life. I'm so grateful, even though I don't have all the answers right now. I can clearly envision myself and the Jocelyn Valencia that I am stepping into right now. I'm already her. I just have to get there, right? I'm just aligning. And I have to let some things go. So I just want you to know that whatever it is that you're going through, you are not alone. It is okay, right, to not have it all figured out. It is okay to be figuring it out, to have to step away, to have to ask for help, to be honest and be like, yo, I don't know. I don't have the answers right now. I don't have the energy right now. I don't have the capacity right now. And it doesn't make you any less worthy. It doesn't make you any less loved. It doesn't make you any less purposeful in this life, right? It doesn't. It's all good. Everything is going to be figured out. Everything's going to fall into place. I've hit an extreme rock bottom in my life before, and this is not it, okay? Trust me, things could be worse. And having been through a rock bottom before has given me that sense of gratitude and awareness and knowing that, that everything, it only goes up from here. And personally, things just really aren't that bad, okay? But there's just a lot of letting go. There's a lot of processing going on. I'm finally starting to step into a space where I'm gaining clarity, right? And I have the space to really process things properly. As a healer, as a guide, as somebody who has keen spiritual gifts that I'm recognizing and reclaiming, I'm very clairsentient. I'm very clairvoyant. So there's a lot of things that I feel that I know are unique to me, right? I can sense other people's insecurities pretty quickly. It doesn't. My energy readings lately have been very upfront. So yeah, that's why I just need to be alone. And that's why even being alone now for the first time has given me I'm already starting to feel more like myself. Look, here I am in front of the camera telling you what's up, right? So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you. And kind of let you know where I'm at in one of my next videos. I don't know if it'll exactly be the next one. I'll kind of just be doing like a reintroduction of myself, and the woman that I am stepping into, as I release my new website, and all the goodness. But I am so excited because, I'm just so excited. I'm not going to say too much, but I'm excited. Obviously, very, very grateful. And I just want you to know that you got this, okay? And you matter. And it's okay. All right? Let it go. Don't be hard on yourself. Okay? Okay. Pues voy a seguir disfrutando el día, el solecito, voy a comer, voy a trabajar, okay, voy a disfrutar, and I will see you in the next video, or on socials, or whatever digital space that we share together. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing the space for me, and I am sending you love, light, and gratitude. All right? Okay.